But this Phillies offense certainly has seen the baseball well. Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to Phillies Stats to Mini Today happened last night's game between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Milwaukee Brewers. As the Phillies defeat the Brewers by a final score of 10-0 as we win our 6th straight game. We win the series out there in Milwaukee as we look for the series sweep today at 2-10. I guess before getting into this video, please subscribe if you have not yet. Please turn on bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. Kyle Schwarber and Bryson Stott both clicked 4-hit nights last night. I mean, this Phillies offense certainly is clicking at all levels. I mean, they are having fun. They are having fun playing baseball, something we have not seen in some time now. So a different energy has been felt. I mean, very rarely do we ever see this Phillies team go on a win streak. I mean, we're just so hot and cold. It's either win, it's usually win-loss, 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 win-loss. But we are going on a consistent run, something you don't really see too often, but something a little bit different. We have a different mode. We are playing and having fun, right? So, something, we haven't really seen in some time now. So this baseball team is having fun, and I think that's, one thing that, we definitely noticed, and there's certainly a different energy while watching this team, and honestly, they're fun to watch. They are very fun to watch right now. So Bryce Harper with that moonshot down the right field line for his 14th home run of the season. Rhys Hoskins joining in on the actions. He also goes deep. So, a lot of home runs hit last night. Bryson Stott certainly is heating up, right? He's certainly starting to see the baseball pretty well. Another home run last night. So, as I said, he did collect a 4-hit night. In June, Kyle Schwarber is no joke. So, he also had a 4-hit night last night, as well as I said before. We get the scoring summary here in the top of the third inning. Bryson Stott homers on a fly ball to right field. A 2-run shutout scores Odubel Herrera, El Torito, and the Phillies lead it 2-0. So that was Stott's third home run of the season, his third in this past week. It's definitely been a solid week for Bryson Stott indeed. So he has 3 home runs now, over the course. It's not even been a week yet. His first career home run on Friday night. So Bryson Stott does it again. This would just be a start to his great night. So the Phillies now jump ahead 2-0. Now we pick it up here in the same inning. Rhys Hoskins. It's been a little while as he homers on a fly ball to right center field the other way, which is huge, right? I love to see him go the other way. A 2-run shot to score Schwarbs, and the Phillies now lead it 4-0. So 4-0 Philadelphia. 4-run top of the third inning. So we are putting the pressure on the other team. Right? When you score first, you put the pressure on the other team. Now we gave Aaron Noah a 4-0 lead to work with, and usually when we do score for him, he doesn't usually pitch very well. Kind of an odd night last night. I mean, usually when we score for Aaron Noah, he usually doesn't really do so well. But last night was a different story. So Hoskins now 9 home runs on the season. So hopefully he can get it going. I've said that all year long. He hasn't even really had one, part of this season that he's really looked good. His home runs really have just been spread out. Usually they're, clustered together. His home runs come in bunches usually, but this year they've just been all spread out. Then we pick it up here in the top of the 5th inning. El Torito joining in on the action as Odubel Herrera homers on a fly ball to left field the other way. And that was his 4th of the season, a solo shot, 5-0 Philadelphia. So to Odubel Herrera, who got the start over Matt Vierling last night. Veering hits that go-ahead home run the night before, and then Odubel Herrera gets it started, and he hits a solo home run, the night after. Just, I tell you, we're definitely getting, better production out there in center field. I mean, it's been no secret. We're starting to get better production out there. Certainly something we haven't seen all season. I mean, the production we've gotten out of center field has definitely been lousy. So 5-0 Philadelphia. Then we pick it up here in the top of the 7th inning. Kyle Schwarber doubles on a sharp ground ball to right field. Bryson Stott comes around to score. That was Schwarb's 8th double of the season, 6-0 Phillies. So Schwarber was definitely putting the bat on the ball, a good amount last night, and he was hitting the ball hard. That's one thing I noticed. He was hitting the ball hard, right? I mean, he just was, just trying to hit the baseball, not trying to kill the baseball like he was before. I mean, that's why you always see all these pop-ups in the foul territory, and he's over swinging. He's just swinging too late. I mean, he just was trying too hard instead of just having a simple approach to the game. Which is what you should do. So it seemed like last night definitely seemed more comfortable, right? I mean, a 4-hit night. I mean, he's definitely had a good month of June. Kyle Schwarber is no joke. So his average is just below 210 at 209. Then we pick it up here in the top of the ninth inning. Kyle Schwarber does it again as he doubles on a sharp ground ball to right field. Alec Bohm comes around to score. Schwarb's ninth double of the season. This would just be the icing on the cake for this ball game as Bryce Harper homers on a deep fly ball to right field down the line. Harp's 14th of the season also scores. Stott and Schwarber 10-0 Philadelphia. So that was Harp's only hit last night, but it certainly was a big one. So to give us a 10-0 lead, a commanding 10-0 lead, this was certainly a laughable last night in Milwaukee. So we win the series, and that would be final. I mean, 10-0 over the Milwaukee Brewers. So certainly, just pouncing all over this Brewers team. Certainly, they're not playing the best baseball. I mean, they've lost 5 straight. They're just not really doing so well. So Kyle Schwarber 4 hit night last night. I mean, 2 RBIs on those 2 RBI doubles. Also scored 2 of the Phillies, 10 runs last night. So you go see, I mean, it's 209 average now and 802 OPS. So that OPS now climbs over that 800 mark. He's really starting to turn the season around. 29 RBIs, last 7 hitting .346 with a 500 on base percentage, an 808 slugging. His last 15, .226, a 406 on base percentage, and a 509 slugging percentage. So he's starting to see the baseball a lot better, right? He's starting to really have a more simple approach to hitting. And over the course of his career, April, May have not been Kyle Schwarber's best months. Starting to enter, the hot summer months, and this is the time where Kyle Schwarber lives, right? I mean, this is the time where he really heats up. So it's really not that much of a surprise. And Rhys Hoskins, it was a big one, that 2-run shot going the other way to right center field, which is always promising to see. This is a guy that does pull the baseball a little bit too much. It's always nice to see a power hitter hit it to the opposite field, especially a home run. That was his only hit that he delivered. It is what it is. I always seem like whenever he hits a home run, this will get him going, but it never does. And Bryce Harper, I mean, was hitless up to that point. I mean, there in the top of the ninth inning, and he ends up hitting a 3-run shot that goes way over 400 feet. Down the right field line, that ball was absolutely clobbered. He hits well at that ballpark, American Family Field. I mean, he hit a home run, 2 home runs there last year. So Bryce Harper certainly enjoys hitting at that ballpark. And that is not really a ballpark. It just isn't. Bryce Harper 306 average now, 992 OPS. Of course, his average did drop down 3 points as he only went 1 for 5 last night. But now 44 RBIs, 14 home runs. Last 30 games he's hitting 325, 381 OBP, and a 700 slugging percentage. So just MVP, right? I mean, he's got to make the All-Star game. I mean, 100%. He's a lock. He is an absolute lock to make the All-Star game. It's not even really much of a question. He's definitely going to make it. Nick Castellanos collects the knock last night, but honestly, he's just not really been there. OPS sits at 710. I've talked about it a few times before. He definitely had a rough month of May. He really hasn't had the great start to June. At first he did. First couple of games of June he was doing pretty well. He's certainly not been looking so good. So it's been no secret if you just sit down and watch the game, you just see he's just not really working that great of at bats. He's really just not. So he's another guy who looks like he's pressing, right? It looks like he's trying too hard. We're definitely in the midst of a Nick Castellanos slump. I thought we were going to get out of it there for a little bit, especially that final game in New York against the Mets. We come back, Memorial Day, and he hits that home run to left field, that deep drive to left field. Nothing really came out of that, unfortunately. JT Muto collects a knock last night, but he also goes down and strikes 2 times. 246 average for JT, a 691 OPS, still certainly disappointing, not worth what we've been paying him. And Didi Gregorius with a rough hitless performance last night, also striking out twice after he tripled the night before. Certainly not the night that he wanted to have. Alec Bohm also collects a knock last night and scores on the Kyle Schwarber top of the ninth inning double. So that was his second double of the night. So Alec Bohm able to score the 7th run of the ball game for the Phillies, and then Scott Kingery came in and would later take over him in the bottom of the ninth inning. So we got to see a little Scott Kingery last night. That was certainly interesting. And Odubel Herrera also collects a knock in that home run going the other way. So El Torito with his 4th home run of the season, a 272 average, and Odubel has an 810 OPS. And Duber is an 810 OPS. So that's really good, man, for him. I tell you, I mean, an 810 OPS. It's certainly something to be proud of if you're Duber Herrera. 2 runs scored last night as well. So Duber Herrera definitely having kind of an under-the-radar type of season. I'm not saying that he's, like, great, but an 810 OPS is pretty good. I mean, you know what I mean, for a guy like a Duber. It's very good for a guy like Duber Herrera. So hopefully he can keep that up. And Bryson Stott, 4-hit night last night. 3 runs scored, 2 RBI on that 2-run home run in the top of the 3rd inning. How about it? He's certainly starting to heat up. A 188 average now. This keeps climbing at 556 OPS. 3 home runs now, 15 RBI in his last 7. He's hitting .385 with a .429 OBP. An .808 slugging percentage his last 15. He's hitting .250 with a .258 OBP and a .500 slugging percentage. So this guy is starting to heat up. And we all knew it was just a matter of time. You know why? Because he's playing every day. I criticized myself a little bit. I was one that was saying, hey, he's not producing. Don't play him every day. Don't play him every day. But, Rob Thompson has really valued this young talent. He's been playing Bryson Stott every day. Look what's been happening. So it turns out I was wrong. Okay, I'll admit it. I was wrong. And I think that was the right move to play him every day. The reason why he wasn't producing at all is because he just was playing, once every couple days, and, start to it, and Yohan Camargo would be out there. I mean, Rob Thompson values young talent. That's something that I really like about him. That was one of the biggest drawbacks with Joe Girardi. And Aaron Nola, 8 innings, 4 hits, didn't allow any runs, of course, didn't walk a batter, and struck out 6. So Aaron Nola with another solid start. So we have Zach Wheeler and Aaron Nola pitching at elite levels right now. I mean, these are the 2 aces of this rotation. So his curveball was looking good. I mean, his changeup was looking good. Those 2 pitches especially were definitely looking good. 6 strikeouts, 2 innings. I mean, definitely not bad. But he was able to really just mow down that Brewers lineup last night. He just was. I mean, as I said, only 4 hits allowed. Lowers his ERA now down to 350. And Angelotti came in there in the bottom 9th inning and was able to strike out 1 as he pitches a 1-2-3 bottom of the 9th inning en route to a 10-0 shutout over the Milwaukee Brewers. So Aaron Nola with a dominant start, and we only have 2 guys in this lineup that actually had multi-hit games. Kyle Schwarber with 4-hit night and Bryson Stott 4-hit night. So a lot of these 1-hit games, but they were certainly big hits. I mean, the Rhys Hoskins 2-run shot, the Duber Herrera solo home run, the Bryce Harper 3-run shot. There certainly were big hits and big spots. Aaron Nola, hopefully he can continue to build off of this. I mean, he has just been dominant. He gets the win, of course, now 4-4 on the year. Now is an 0.88 whip. You're going to take a look at his last 7 starts, a 3-1 record, a 3.26 ERA. He's given us 47 innings and 51 strikeouts. So this is Aaron Nola we know. I mean, but he's been consistent. I mean, these are the last 7 starts. I mean, we've seen last year, 2020 as well, especially last year where he just had that one good start and then he come back and then give us 4 innings, 5 earned. Of course, every now and then you're going to have an off start, but I mean, he wasn't consistent. I mean, he has been consistently good. I mean, so this is different with Aaron. I mean, this is a different, thing with him, right? I mean, you could just feel the energy is different. So hopefully he can continue to be dominant. He has just been so consistent, and that's the biggest thing I've really liked about Aaron, so far. So 210, the first pitch today. This is certainly going to be a tough one as we are going for the series sweep. Corbin Burns, the reigning NL Cy Young Award winner on the mound for Milwaukee, 3-3 with a 2.50 ERA. Going against Zach Eflin, 2-4 with a 3.88 ERA. So I love a sweep. I mean, for a 7th straight win, the Mets lose again last night, which is just wonderful. So they lose the series to the Padres. They split the series with the Dodgers. Best team in baseball? I don't think so. I don't think so. Are they a good team? Absolutely they're a good team, but I don't think they're the best team in baseball. No way, they're not even the best team in New York. Am I right? I mean, it's not a lie. It's not a lie. 2:10 this afternoon. So let's get the brooms out. So guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't done yet. Please turn on the engagement bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, check out the social media. Link in the description section. At Phillies Media, Instagram. Follow me on Twitter at Media. Call or text 267-225-3292. Email me, philliesmedia@gmail.com. So guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm Luke and I'll talk to you later. Let's go Phillies. Eflin Burns. I'll see you guys.